Look at that sleepy boy. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm gonna take you along in a week of workouts training for a half marathon. This week, it's the third week of January. Today's the 23rd, and little updates here and there, but I kind of fell off dry January. Very conscientiously, like I made the decision to, and I'm okay with it. Like I wasn't going super strict about it, but yeah, the past few nights I was with some friends and we were just having like a really good time. We were drinking some wine and some beer, so yeah, not feeling the best, like physically, mentally about that. My sleep is not good right now. Like Aura's telling me, girl, do better. But you know, we have to keep moving because life just keeps going. I'm gonna do like a little segment. We'll talk a little bit about like how I'm like writing my workouts or like planning my workouts, because that's literally an art. That's what I'm learning, is like you have to plan and stick to that plan even if you don't want to do it. So we'll do that later on, like once I'm refreshed and ready. But I think I mentioned like in the other vlogs that I'm using the Nike Running Club half marathon training program. It's a 14-week program. I'm starting week 13 today. Yesterday, on Monday, I took a rest day. You have 5 runs a week to do. This is this week's. What I love about this is it's like literally free. Like they've written it all out. I don't have to think for the next 13 weeks about what kind of runs I'm gonna do. Hopefully I'm gonna get faster and stronger. Like I already feel like I'm getting stronger these past few weeks, just running more consistently. I'm running nearly 5 days a week, which is great for somebody who's like very new to the sport. But yeah, so I already planned out what runs I'm going to do this week. I'll show you that later on. But today is a speed run, and I'm trying to decide which interval run I'm going to do. Whether there's either a 15-minute one or what's 4 times 1.5? 6, 12, 15. So like either a 15 or a 20-minute speed run. I'm gonna push myself out of my comfort zone if I can, if there are not weird old men at the gym today, and film. But, you know, it could be really rough. It could be really uncomfortable. I'm also going to dedicate some time after to stretch today for some PT, because I haven't done that in a few days, and I know I need it to feel good. Yeah, anyways, I'm just drinking my coffee. I ate like 3 of these. That's like the serving size. I'm pretty starving right now, but we have like no good food in the fridge. So I'm just gonna eat a few more. Don't be like me. Has some pre-workout. Got my usual coffee with maple syrup and creatine. And we're gonna do the speed runs at the gym today. Cheers to Tuesday. Let's do it. All right, the bag is packed. I've got a water, and I'm off. Let's do it. Not to do self-tanner right now because I don't know why. I just like, it's so much work, and I'm not good at like setting up the systems for it, the shower systems. So it just doesn't feel worth it to me. But I have to live with the fact that I'm gonna be just super pale for the rest of winter. So I guess that's the trade-off, but whatever, it's fine. I'm fine. My hair is so disgusting. But it looks cute because it's curled. And there's just like so much stress shampoo in there right now. I don't remember when I last washed it, to be honest. Fuck! No! I forgot my phone! No! Did I? I can't even get back into the building. Oh my god. I can't even get out of the building. I can't even call my mom to get me into the building. Oh my god. This is why, yes, I can multitask, but I can't multitask. What do I do? I don't know what to do. Let's go see if somebody's out and about. Thank the Lordy. Goodness gracious. There was a woman who just walked out. And yeah. Needless to say, I'm sending this to my mom to get me a fob. Because it happened one time I went out and my phone died. Not go home because A, I couldn't get an Uber, and B, I didn't have a way to get into the building. And so I had to wait for like an hour for my phone to charge. Oh no, it wasn't that my phone died. It was that I locked myself out of my phone for 3 hours because it was Halloween. I was not well. I locked my phone for 3 hours. Now oh, there it is. Literally right where I put it. That's great. But yeah, I locked myself out of my phone for 3 fucking hours. That's pretty bad. That was the worst I've ever done it. Like, I don't think I've ever locked myself out like that. Anyways, take 2 with the phone this time.
I've heard a lot about you. Man, blunt like a hot potato.
Walk you through how I'm starting to plan my weeks to include the running schedule. Because like I said, I'm doing the Nike Running Club 14-week half marathon training program, and it includes about 5 runs every week, which is a lot. It feels pretty daunting to like think about it like that. But they emphasize a lot in the program that like you do as much as you can. If something comes up, if you can't make a run, prioritize what you have to. For me, I'm focusing for sure on getting the mileage up. I don't have that yet. I'm not going for speed or anything. I'm just going for like to be safe, to be healthy, and to finish. And so to accomplish those 3 things, like my priority 100% is going to be the long runs each week. And then obviously getting as many of the runs in as I can during the week. That being said, I use a few different calendar methods. I've always been a Google Calendar girl. Like, I love Google Calendar. That is where every piece of my life lives. So every week, I'm trying to spend at least like an hour just doing like life admin stuff. So this is just prepping my calendars for the week. So I know like, okay, on Sunday, I need to be ready to do a speed run, or on Tuesday, I'm going to take that as a rest day so I can be prepped for, Wednesday's long run or whatever. It also allows me to like look at what else is going on in my life and pick and choose what runs go on what day based on like the quality of my days, or what I know, like, oh, I have to work at the restaurant on Tuesday night, so I'm not going to be home until like 10 o'clock. So I definitely should not plan to do a long run the next day because my sleep is going to be a little bit shortened. So I have a generally set schedule for work at the restaurant. I usually work Tuesdays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I am on my feet pretty much the whole time, especially on the weekends. I'm not getting home until like 11:30ish, sometimes even later. So my sleep gets heavily affected by those days, and so I have to adjust. I'll be right back, 1 second. So the Nike Running Club, they have like a guide, a PDF guide, and I just printed it out a few nights ago, and my mom and I kind of sat down and mapped out those 14 weeks, working backwards from race day, which is April 20th, all the way to now, which is January 22nd? 23rd. Today is January 23rd. So we're 13 weeks out from race day. Background on my mom. She is an Ironman athlete. She's done over 12 Ironman at this point. She's qualified for World Championships in Nice this year. And I always grew up around like swim, bike, run, obviously. I was a soccer player, not very good, but I was also a dancer. So I have a lot of like flexibility, mobility. The strength is something that I'm working on. Anyways, she also is a personal trainer and has a background in nutrition and health, fitness, all of that kind of stuff. And she has kind of helped guide me using this program, how she normally would like build a program for an athlete. If you've done any running, if you're at all a runner, if you've trained for any sort of race, like you start and you ramp up a few weeks out, and then you taper, right before the race. You generally never actually get to the full mileage of the race because part of what happens on race day is your adrenaline is high. You have, the camaraderie of all of the participants that feeds you through those generally last few miles that you haven't technically trained, or that you haven't physically ever gotten to before, potentially, in your training program. With the Nike Running Club, they have you, I think it's by 6 weeks out, you're hitting 10 miles. The longest run you ever get to in this program is at about 4 weeks out from race day, a month out from race day, and you hit 12.5 miles. Ramping up quite a bit, you're getting pretty close to the full 13.1 miles of a half marathon, but you're not actually ever hitting that. I haven't specifically planned all 13 weeks, but I have a general idea of what needs to be accomplished each week for running and training. Because I have the guide, the workouts already prepped for me, I am really just plugging and playing into my calendar. I like to use Google Calendar, but I also like to use a physical planner as well. This year, I'm using this Ninja planner. Ninja is a program in real estate, which if you're at all interested, we could definitely deep dive into more real estate topics. Just let me know in the comments below. But they have this really awesome like daily planner setup, or it's a week planner setup. But then it also has the hourly breakdown from an 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. schedule. Usually on Sundays, that's my goal. Sundays or Mondays, I'm trying to build my weeks. I'm spending just an hour or so looking in my calendar, looking at to-do lists, filling out the Ninja Planner, and just updating anything related to the coming week. So I am as prepared as possible going in, knowing what my time management is going to look like for that week. So what I've been doing is I'll pull up the weekly spread, what the week is supposed to look like for training, and I'm just plugging and playing. Here I am, I have my Google Calendar pulled up for the month view, and I am just looking at my preliminary plug and play of each training program activity for the coming week. I already kind of set some tentative days for what I will be doing, but I want to go back in and maybe clarify a little bit more for myself and also for you what those activities are supposed to look like for the week. I am just going to start building out next week's programming because this week is almost already done, but I wanted to just show you how I am plugging and playing each activity here. Here I realized I had my long run on the wrong day because Saturday, this is actually next week, but Saturday, February 3rd, I have my first 5K race, and I did not want to consider that my long run for the week, so I'm considering that one of my recovery runs and switching the date that I'm going to do the long run for the week. So I'm just, mentally focused on, okay, what is going to be what. So the recovery run on Saturday, February 3rd is going to be about 30-45 minutes for my 5K race. And the long run for that week is going to be a 5-mile run, which I am going to do on Friday. Another thing I'm doing is putting in the exact what that day training is going to be, so I can just look at it on my phone or my laptop and just know, okay, yeah, reminder, I need to plan in those 30 minutes for the recovery run, or I need to plan, okay, maybe an hour and 15, 20 minutes for my long run because I know it's going to be 5 miles. If I was really prepared and had the time on the day that I'm doing this admin work, I would put into the description box for each activity what the day's activity is supposed to be, particularly for speed runs because those could either be intervals or hills. So to have the activity from the training program already in the description, I don't have to stress about knowing what I'm supposed to do for that week. And maybe I didn't take a picture of the training program. So it's just a great way to be a little extra prepared. Here, I have not done that, but I will actually be doing that in the next week. I'm setting a goal for myself now. What I'm also doing is planning in my rest days. I think this is really important because as a new runner, I don't want to overdo it on my legs. I don't want to cause any injuries. So planning in a rest day and knowing when I will have that break for my body to recover is really important for my mental health just moving forward. So that's kind of it for the rest of today, training-wise. I'm gonna get ready to go to work, but I will see you tomorrow. honestly such a good workout. I feel like I had a ton of energy to expend, and physically I just felt really strong, especially when lifting, so it felt really good and I can't complain. Because not every day feels like that, that's for sure. And gotta take the putt out. Oh, I can hear him. Roar. Good morning, Thursday. Oh, today is a long run day. It's 4 miles. And I'm feeling pretty good, to be honest. I've been up for a bit. I made some coffee and breakfast, had some Kodiak waffles and a hard-boiled egg. I should get ready to do this run because if I don't get ready now, I will not do it because it looks cold out and I really don't want to run 4 miles on a treadmill. My lovely mother was so kind and bought me these outdoor warm weather running leggings from Athleta. I've never owned anything from Athleta. So this is the first time I'm trying them on, but she swears by them. Like, she's a runner, she loves to run outside, and she got a pair of these a while ago. Said they were really good, kept her really warm, and it's like starting to snow just a smidge outside today. 33 degrees outside with some snow. I'm gonna put these bad boys to the test if they fit. They're called the Rainier Tight from Athleta, and to be honest, I think we got them on sale too. They're originally like $110, so about the same price, a little bit pricier than Lulu, but I think we got these for like 80 bucks. Oh my gosh, I can already tell. I can't even explain. They like slide on like butter. Inside is so soft. The waist is like still stretchy, but it's not too high-waisted. Like, it comes just at my belly button. There's a tie. Like, my one problem with Lulu running leggings is they're so freaking tight up at the top, and there's like very little stretch in all the places that you want stretch. These like are stretchy and firm. Like, I don't feel like these are gonna fall off. I would say these are a win. Like, my butt looks good. All in all, 10 out of 10. Let's get going. I think I'm gonna go to the park and run through the neighborhood. Okay, we're on our third and last mile. I'll be honest, I'm pretty not feeling it today. I've had to walk a lot, which is fine. It's just my legs are really tired. So, we're just gonna push through. And it's very wet. My feet are very wet. But everything else is pretty warm. Okay, we finished. Finished actually a little bit more like a 4.25 miles. It was hard. My legs are dead. Stinks. Just cooling down. Several hours later, it's almost 10:30. I finished my run and ended up I went to the grocery store afterwards, but then came home and made some dinner. But yeah, I'm just foam rolling to like help reduce some of this soreness. I will say those 4 miles ended up actually being like 4.25 miles. And they were really fucking hard. I don't know if it was because I did some like strength training yesterday or what, but like my shins were hurting a little bit. It's mostly this one leg. It's just my left leg mostly that I'm having issues with. But they felt really tired and like heavy. And get loose and like warm. So I don't know. Even though like the leggings were super warm themselves, like I was hot, but like the muscles just wouldn't loosen up. I also think I overdid it at the beginning. Like I pushed pace to start too much. Good learning. At least we finished. I am all ready for bed. And I'm gonna call it here. The dog is attacking the cats. Anyways, love you. Happy Thursday night, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Cheers to Friday. It is currently 8:15 and I have a long day ahead. For today's workout, we are doing two. We're doing a 35-minute recovery run and then an hour of strength training. This training class I'm going to go to is a body pump class that my mom is teaching at the J, so I'm going to go do that. It starts at 11, but I'm going to run to the gym. I'm going to run there, and she'll take me home after. I don't actually know how far it is. I mean, I'm guessing I can get there in about 35 minutes, and we're just going to take it super easy. It's about 3.7 miles is what it says. That's so far. I'm regretting my decision now. Regrets. We're still gonna do it because I need to do a run anyways, and I just really don't want to do it on a treadmill. But it's one of those days that I don't want to do all the work for training because I'm tired and my legs are tired and it just doesn't sound fun right now. But sometimes we have to do the hard things. Sometimes we have to do the things we don't want to do because we committed to ourselves or we committed to somebody else. And personally, I don't want to, not in a people-pleasing way, but I don't want to let anybody down. This is going to let future me down when she's trying to run that 13.1 miles and she didn't prepare for it enough, and is that I just need to do it. And change and get ready to get going. It's not raining or anything, but it is pretty overcast outside. It says it's 30 degrees out. Pretty cold. Only colder than yesterday. But the temps should come up a bit. Oops, I just dropped my phone. The best socks on the market. And yeah. Come run with me as a newbie runner training for a half marathon. Today we're running a 35-minute recovery run. And yeah, let's go. The sun came out. We just hit 1 mile. I don't know what's going on. It's just really fucking hard.
minutes in. I think the distance I have to go is going to take me longer than the 35 minutes. Oh, this uphill is steep. Just keep pushing. Okay, we're about less than half a mile away from my destination. Feeling a little better. I think I was just going too fast, pushing the pace too much. It's gotten really nice out. I'm pretty fucking warm. I can basically see the finish line. So close, let's go. Officially made it. Thanks for running along with me. That was really hard. And I will see you next time.
Good morning. Happy Saturday. It is currently almost 9 a.m. and I am so sore and tired. Yesterday was such a freaking long day. I ran 3.4 miles. I was supposed to do just a 35-minute recovery run, but the place I was going to, I decided to run to because I was going to a workout class after. And yeah, it just took like 45 minutes instead of 35. So I ended up running a little bit longer of a recovery run. But then I went to a body pump class, so some strength training, and today I am so sore. So I was supposed to do a speed run today, but I've decided I'm gonna take today as a rest day, see how I feel tomorrow, and if I feel better tomorrow, less sore, more energized, I will do my speed run then. I also I was thinking on the run yesterday, just because I feel like going from like 2 to 3 runs maybe a week to 5 runs so fast, I'm afraid it's gonna like hurt my knees more and my hips. So I'm thinking I might switch like one speed run for like a spin class, something a little bit less like joint heavy, just so I can prolong like my ability to use my knees without any pain. Like I want to be able to continue running and see the results, but I don't want to use or like destroy my joints so fast. So I was thinking that there's a spin studio I like to go to already that does a lot of like speed work and strength work. So I might be starting to swap some of my speed runs out for a spin class instead. It's some good cross training. They will really help in the same way that speed running would. That's kind of the update for today. I have 5 showings today with Julia, so it's going to be a long morning to early afternoon before I go into work for the night. So I will leave you here and we'll check back in the morning. Bye. It is Sunday and my mom and I are going for a run. Just gonna keep it super chill. We run at about the same pace, like a 12 to 13 minute pace. We're gonna run as far as we can get before getting picked up by her husband. And yeah, it's pretty much gonna be all downhill. So we're just gonna keep it nice and chill and see. Apparently, she got 2 of the same color because she is a Lululemon shopping addict. But good news for me, I have a new shirt.